Johnny Rock Show, Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.
8:37, the Johnny Rock Show. Calling from New York City, Tim Matheson, author of Damn Glad to Meet You, My 7 Decades in the Hollywood Trenches. Congratulations on the book, Tim Matheson. How you been?
Good, Johnny. Thank you very much. Thank you. I had a ball doing this book. It's been too much fun.
Well, too much fun indeed. Before you came on here, I was playing the iconic scene with good old Stephen Bishop on the stairs of the fraternity where,
oh my God,
Belushi smashes the guitar.
Smashes the guitar, right?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that thing is 47 seconds long. And it seems like that I saw at a very young age, and it scarred me for life in a good way. When you were filming Animal House, did you have any idea it was going to be, that we would be here, 40 plus years later, still talking about the 40-second scenes?
No, you know what? It was the most unique and the best script I'd ever read. It was totally different than anything they were doing in Hollywood at the time. It probably wasn't going to work. We didn't think that, maybe the audience it would be kind of a cult film, or we didn't know. John Belushi was like the biggest star in television, so that we had that going for us. But it was so different than it was comedy being made for young people by young people. And it was the first one, because they were doing Bob Hope and Lucille Ball movies, and this was a movie that was not like that. And when I first read it, I said, I got to be in this movie. It'll just change my life. I know.
Well, you did a tremendous job. Tim Matheson, author of Damn Glad to Meet You, My 7 Decades in the Hollywood Trenches. Enough about you. Let's talk about me. When that movie came out, I was like 12 years old, and I was volunteering at this top 40 radio station. And back in the day, they didn't have these fancy, preview screenings for a whole theater where you'd get, 200 people. I saw Animal House with like 3 other people in a screening room up on the top floor of this movie theater. And oh my God, when my parents found out what it was and that their little boy had seen it. Oh, hey, not to be gross, but I popped my first boner in a movie theater while watching Animal House, the scene with Belushi on the ladder. Oh, I could go on. Okay.
Oh my God. It was the first R-rated comedy. I mean, the studio hated it, didn't want to make it. And they did everything they could to stop it, to cut it, because they didn't think it was working. They didn't know what they were getting.
No.
And through the relentless pressure of Ivan Reitman, our producer, and John Landis, the director, and Sean Daniels, and one of the studio executives, they made this thing happen. And it was just, it was a force of nature. Then it took over at the box office for like 20 weeks in a row. And the studio couldn't stop it.
No.
So, all right, we'll let it go.
It was such a huge hit. There were no less than 3 TV shows that fall that were just complete rip-offs of Animal House. But you couldn't even get close to that kind of humor on network TV, right?
No, and they did Delta House, I think, on ABC, which the writers from Animal House did. Everybody, I guess it was to take an easy check, but it just couldn't work because as you say, Johnny, you can't do that on TV. The network just would not allow it, and so it was too big a stretch, and none of the 3 shows took off.
Tim Matheson, author of Damn Glad to Meet You, My 7 Decades in the Hollywood Trenches. I'm going to get you back on the show very, very soon, and we're going to talk about before Animal House. You were on, my God, Leave It to Beaver and My 3 Sons, and I mean, it's unbelievable. Well,
I was also the voice of Johnny Quest.
Oh, well, see?
The Hanna-Barbera cartoon, yes.
From Johnny Quest to that big cucumber in Animal House. Well, listen, I could go on and I could see what I mean. It scarred this 12-year-old boy. I'll come back very soon to the Johnny Rock Show. And Tim Matheson, congratulations on the book, okay?
Thank you, Johnny. Thanks so much.
No, thank you.
The Johnny Rock Show. Rockin' 101, The Rock Station.